Good morning. Welcome back to the channel Awesome Learning. From the chapter Chemical Coordination and Integration, now we are going to do the topic thymus gland. So let's begin. It's a bilobed gland. As you see, there are two lobes located in between the two lungs. You can see, okay, just behind the sternum on the ventral side of the aorta. So I hope you understand what is ventral side. Your front side is the ventral side and your back is the dorsal side. Now this gland secretes a hormone called thymosin. It's a peptide hormone. Functions of thymosin are it differentiates T lymphocytes. Now there are T lymphocytes, there are certain cells which provide immunity to our body. These help in to fight against the various types of diseases. So our internal immunity is being governed by T lymphocytes. It also promotes antibody production for humoral immunity. That is, our body itself can produce certain antibodies so that it can fight against certain diseases. So that is also being done by thymosin hormone. Here, thymus is degenerated in old individuals, and because it is degenerated in old individuals, you see that the old people are much prone to diseases because as the thymus gets degenerated, their immunity also gets degenerated, and because the immunity is degenerated, old people are much more prone to diseases. So the production of thymosin decreases, and as a result, immune response of old people become weak, right? So this is thymus. Next gland that we are going to do is adrenal gland. Now children, this is the structure of adrenal gland. It is on top of the kidney, just like a cap you can see. This is adrenal gland, and this is the yellow portion is the adrenal cortex, and the reddish one is the adrenal medulla. That means adrenal gland is divided into two parts. The outer one is adrenal cortex and the inner one is adrenal medulla. Now first we'll look into the adrenal cortex part. It is three layers. Now you can see zona reticularis, as you see here. This is zona reticularis, then zona fasciculata, this one, this layer is zona fasciculata, and the outer one is zona glomerulosa. Okay, so these are the three parts of adrenal cortex, and it produces corticoid hormones like glucocorticoids, which is mainly cortisol, mineralocorticoids, mainly aldosterone, and androgenic corticoids. So these are the three types of hormones produced by adrenal cortex. Okay. Now, glucocorticoids. This is involved in carbohydrate metabolism. That is how the breaking down of carbohydrate. So gluco, as you know, as the name suggests, you see, gluco means carbohydrate. Okay, so it is involved in carbohydrate metabolism. Stimulates gluconeogenesis. Genesis always means breaking down. Lipolysis, again lysis means breakdown, and proteolysis. So नाम से ही समझ आ रहा है बेटा कि यहाँ carbohydrate sorry, genesis means here it will be produced. Lysis means breakdown, so carbohydrate production. Lipo means lipid, breakdown of lipid, and breakdown of proteins. Okay, then it will inhibit cellular uptake and utilization of amino acids. Now always remember that our body, first there is digestion, and after digestion a very important process is there which is called assimilation. Now what do you mean by assimilation? जो भी चीजें digest हुई हैं उनको use कैसे करना है, how to utilize it, है ना, by the body. So that is being taken care of by glucocorticoids. So it inhibits cellular uptake. It will inhibit cellular uptake. Just give me 1 second. Yeah. So it will inhibit cellular uptake. That is, it will stop the you can say absorption of amino acids by the cell. Then it will maintain cardiovascular system and kidney functions. They are controlled by glucocorticoids. Cortisol stimulates RBC production, that is, it will increase, stimulates means it will increase the RBC production, then produces anti-inflammatory reactions and suppresses the immune response. So immune response gets suppressed because anti-inflammatory reaction. Now what are inflammatory reactions? Suppose there is a reddishness, that is inflammatory reaction. Suppose a patient is suffering from fever, that is inflammation. तो इस inflammatory reactions को suppress करने के लिए होते हैं anti inflammatory, मतलब जो नहीं करने देंगे inflammation. ठीक है, ऐसे ही इम्यून सिस्टम को सप्रेस करने के लिए भी ग्लूकोकॉर्टिकॉइड्स जो है वो काम करता है उसमें. Then we come to mineralocorticoids, regulates minerals. You know what are minerals? All the electrolytic balance will be taken care of here. It will regulate water, that is body fluid volume, electrolytic balance, osmotic pressure balance, and blood pressure. This will all be taken care by mineralocorticoids. Aldosterone stimulates the reabsorption of sodium and water from the renal tubules and the excretion of K plus and PO4 3 minus ions. Now you have studied this in excretory system, how the exchange of minerals will take place just to balance the osmotic pressure inside the renal tubule and outside in the body fluid. So that is also taken care of by mineralocorticoids. Then we come to androgenic corticoids for the growth of axial hairs, the hairs which are present in the armpits, the hair present in the pubic region, hairs on the face, okay, facial hairs during puberty. This is all taken care by androgenic corticoids. Then children, deficiency. Suppose if there is a deficiency, now these are the various hormones present by adrenal corticoids, adrenal cortex. But if there are certain deficiencies, then what will the patient suffer with? Deficiency of corticoid hormones affect the carbohydrate metabolism. Of course, we said because carbohydrate metabolism सबसे ज़्यादा ज़रूरी है. तो अगर deficiency है, तो the patient will suffer with this problem, and it causes acute weakness because you know ना carbohydrate provides energy, yes, and fatigue. So agar carbohydrate metabolism proper nahi hai, the patient will suffer with acute weakness and fatigue, and this condition is called Addison's disease. Okay, so 1 mark a question can come here. Now we come to the next part of adrenal medulla, that is next part of adrenal gland. It produces calcitocalamine hormones such as adrenaline, which is an epinephrine, and noradrenaline, which is norepinephrine, also called. They are rapidly secreted in response to stress. Now we also call them as emergency hormone. We also call them as fight or flight hormone. या तो भाग लो या तो लड़ लो. When there is a situation कि आप कुछ नहीं कर सकते, either you have to fight or you have to run. तो इन बोथ द केसेस आपको बहुत एक्स्ट्रा एकदम एनर्जी चाहिए, तो वो एक्स्ट्रा एनर्जी पंप आता है जो ह्यूमन के अंदर, दैट इज कॉल्ड इमरजेंसी हार्मोन एंड दैट इज बीन गिवन बाय एड्रेनलिन और वी आल्सो कॉल्ड इट एज एपिनेफ्रिन. Now these hormones increase alertness, pupillary dilation, that is the pupil will dilate, बड़ी हो जाएगी pupil eyes में. Pilar erection, that is बाल खड़े हो जाते हैं. Pilar erection means बोलते हैं ना रोंगटे खड़े हो जाना, that is pilar erection. Sweating, heartbeat तेज होगी तो यानी blood will be pumped more. ओके, ज्यादा ब्लड कम टाइम में ज्यादा ब्लड पंप होगा. हार्ट कंट्रैक्शन, रेस्पिरेटरी रेट तेज हो जाएगा. This also stimulates the breakdown of glycogen. जब ज़्यादा ऑक्सीजन एब्जॉर्प्शन होगी, ज़्यादा ब्लड पंप होगा एवरी टाइम, तो क्या होगा, ग्लाइकोजन ब्रेकडाउन भी बढ़ जाएगा टू इंक्रीज द ग्लूकोज इन द ब्लड. जल्दी जल्दी ग्लाइकोजन ब्रेकडाउन होगा ताकि ब्लड के अंदर ग्लूकोज का लेवल बढ़े, एंड ग्लूकोज विल इंक्रीज, तो व्हाट विल हैपन, एनर्जी विल बी इंक्रीज्ड एंड इट विल स्टिमुलेट द ब्रेकडाउन ऑफ लिपिड एंड प्रोटीन्स आल्सो. तो अचानक से एनर्जी आ जाती है. तो हम देखते हैं कि ऐसी सिचुएशन जब आती है, जो बंदा नहीं भी दौड़ पाता, अगर उसके पीछे कोई बैल पड़ जाए तो वो कैसे भागता है, जो न उस समय वो सारे दर्द भूल जाएगा कि मेरा गोडा चल रहा है नहीं चल रहा. He will run very fast because that is an emergency hormone. So in this video we will be doing only these two glands.